Well, good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to the Unique Valet Room. Yes, darling. Here in the room, let's talk. Let's have some fun. Let's talk. But anywho, I have 20 minutes before I get online to teach my history of costumes. Yes, darling. Today we're going to talk about Greece and Grecian. Last week we talked about the Egyptians and the Mesopotamian, how where all of this looks come from. Like the eyeshadow was known as kohl. Men and women wore it just so they can protect their eyes and to look flawless. The women use the crushed beetle shells for that iridescent look when we get that dramatic look. But anywho, I got something to tell you. I like gifts. I like packages, especially packages coming from Mary Kay. When we see that brown truck pulling up, we know that's money, that's business, and that's love because we're moving and shaking in our business. Yes, and then I have my paparazzi sisters who, have me looking good on camera. But however, being a professor, being an educator, no matter what grade or level of education that you're teaching, we have to fill our head of knowledge in order to feed the food of knowledge to you all, especially our lovable students. But however, I actually signed up to be a book reviewer because we order our books to school. And for some who don't know what I work at, I am an adjunct professor for, matter of fact, I have an anniversary coming up on the 17th of February, the day of my mother's birth. I have been teaching as a professor in the fashion design and merchandising department at Baltimore City Community College for 7 years. Out of 7 years, coordinator for 2 years. Yes, darling. I was running the department and ran it successfully. But however, let's get back to this book review. So as an educator, you can be a book reviewer. That means they will send you the new edition textbook. So you have to review it to see the likes, the dislike, the likes and the dislike, what can be better or how you like it. So I have received a couple of books from the Bloomsbury and Fairchild Company. That's where we get our books from. But however, I got a new edition. That means the very first review I will have of this textbook is the outside appearance. Now, this is what I'm teaching out now because I can go to the coordinator and they can go to the bookstore and see how I like it, because I teach history of costume as well as survey of textiles and entrepreneurship. That's about every subject that the school has. But however, let's look at this survey of costume book here. This is the Survey of Historic Costumes, 6th edition by Phyllis Tortora and Sarah Marchetti. Now, I've been teaching out of this book the whole time I've been at BCCC. You can see it. It's thicker and it's a hardback. And it has a lot of pictures. I'm not going to go straight through, but this is the book that I've been teaching out of for the past, I want to see the glare, for the past 7 years. Now, I noticed I came up with a new edition of the book. So I request to be a book reviewer, and they put me on the list where every book I need to request, they send me books so I can review, and I will actually send them back an email to let them know that any flaws in the book, because in my survey textile book, in one of the chapters, the words have been misspelled or a couple of letters has been dropping off. So For it helps them as educators because we are the I'll try to bring up a word. We feed the knowledge to our young people and people who's coming back to further their education. Let's put it like that in cute ways. But however, got a package. Day for yesterday. I just opened it up yesterday. This is my receipt that they send. I'm not going to tell you how much it is because it's reviewing for the school. This is the new edition, Survey of Textile. Survey of Historic Costume. This is the 7th edition. Same publisher, same author, same illustrator. And you can see the difference here because, for one, it's lighter and it's a paperback. 2, it's a little thinner. That means they condensed or some changes. I haven't opened it yet because you can still see I still have the wrapper on it. Now, the first book, before when I got started, I used to send you CDs so you can pull out the lessons or vocabularies. But now, the new technology is you have to go in with an access code. With this code, there is a way to get it in. It's a code you have to punch in to pull up the test. Now, with this old book here, I'm going to pause for a second and come back because there was an additional book to this the 6th edition. Hold for 1 second. I'm back. The addition to the 6th edition, there was an extra book that came with it. This was the workbook that came with the 6th edition. That means in order for you to teach, I had to get, well, they would issue me these 2 books. But however, it was unnecessary to have them to get the extra book because I used to pull the questions out of here for them and put it on their assignment. But this edition didn't require a workbook, and I'm soon it's all into this book. I will be starting to open up this book this week. So I have 9 minutes. I have to stop because I'm ready to present this book here to the classes in my semester now known as History of Costumes. And we're going to talk a little bit about this before we go straight into our new chapter for this week. So, thank you for coming in. The Unique Ballet Room. I'm about to sign off of here and sign on to here because I got to take attendance and we're going to jump into our lesson. So, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Happy Valentine's. Happy Valentine's for those who celebrate. Because everybody don't celebrate Valentine's. But if you don't have no one to love on, love on your family. But most of all, love on yourself. Because after this, I'm about to do Love the Self, Mary Kay facial for my peoples. Yeah, with my peoples. Yes. Well, anywho, God bless. Be blessed. Stay safe and stay warm. Okay?